then we are assured of attaining success, like many people who followed this same path in the past. Vita raga bhaya krodha manmana mam upasritaha bahavo jnana tapasa putamad agataha. Being freed from attachment, fear, and anger, being fully absorbed in me and taking refuge in me, many persons in the past became purified by knowledge of me, and thus they all attained transcendental love for me. Bhagavad Gita 4:10. God's love is available to everyone because he is present in everyone's heart as the Supersoul, Paramatma. But to receive this love, we have to become purified of our attraction to pale material things. Otherwise, the noise of our own material desire and activities will distract us from the real solution to all our suffering and problems, which lies waiting to be discovered in our own hearts, pure love of Godhead. This exalted goal of pure love for the Supreme Personality of Godhead is easy to attain with the methods given in the esoteric teaching. We just have to follow the method given in the teaching, and over time, the supreme state of self-realization will automatically manifest in our hearts. And what is that method? Manmana bhavad mabbhakto madhyaji mang namaskuru mang evaishyasi yuktaitvam atmanam matparayanaha. Engage your mind always in thinking of me. Become my devotee. Offer obeisances to me and worship me. Being completely absorbed in me, surely you will come to me. Bhagavad Gita 9:34. So this is the esoteric teaching in a nutshell. Always think of Krishna. Become his devotee. Offer your obeisances and homage to him, and worship him. And by being completely absorbed in Krishna, then you will come to Krishna in the end. So that is the secret of divine love, to always absorb the mind in the thought of Krishna. And the best way to absorb the mind in this thought is to always chant the name of Krishna. You can chant the Hare Krishna mantra, or you can chant the Dvadasakshara mantra, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. We recommend the Dvadasakshara mantra because this mantra does not accept offenses, whereas the Hare Krishna mantra does accept offenses, so we have to be very cautious about how we chant it. However, just as the wisdom of Bhagavad Gita was delivered in the battlefield in front of both the friends and the enemies of the Lord, similarly this mantra, which worships Vasudeva, or the son of King Vasudeva, which is Krishna in his Dwarka Leela and Mathura Leela aspect. He does not accept offenses. He simply gives the wisdom of divine love to everyone. So in this way we can easily approach the Lord without any danger, without any problem, and make further advancement in spiritual love, because this is what will actually please us. We don't understand in ordinary consciousness who we really are. We are a spirit soul, a transcendental entity of pure consciousness. And we've been traveling through this material world, going from body to body, from life to life, for many births. So we've become conditioned with the idea that we are this material body, and that the senses are giving us real information about a real world. However, all of this is temporary. Therefore, according to the standard of Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, it doesn't really exist. It's just like a dream. It comes and goes. Where was this body 100 years ago? And where will this body be 100 years from now? So just like a dream comes and goes, and then when we awaken, it passes away and it's gone. Similarly, this body someday will be gone. It'll come, stay for a while, produce some byproducts, and go. And that's the end of it. It's gone forever. So what's going to happen to us? Well, we're going to take another body. But whether we take another material body or we find our original spiritual body, our perfect body, is up to us. If we follow this method of the esoteric teaching of constant remembrance of Krishna, then we can very easily rediscover our original identity, our perfect spiritual body, and we can just spend the rest of eternity in sporting, loving pastimes with the Lord. So it's said herein that the great personality, Brahma, the first created being in the material universe, actually he is the secondary creator of the universe, studied the Vedas with great attention and concentration, and after studying them 3 times and scrutinizingly examining them, he concluded that attraction for the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the highest perfection. So this attraction is there within the heart of every living entity, but it's in a sleep, and we have to wake it up. And the way we do that is by contacting Krishna. Just like when we contact this material world with our senses, we develop desires for it. Similarly, when we contact Krishna with our spiritual senses, we reawaken our attraction for him. Krishna means the all-attractive. Krishna, the reservoir of pleasure. So because Krishna is an unlimited reservoir of spiritual pleasure, as soon as we contact him, this spiritual pleasure becomes awakened in our hearts. And it leads to all kinds of spiritual ecstasies that are very difficult to discuss and even harder to imagine until we've actually experienced them. So how do we experience them? Again, by chanting Krishna's name and remembering him, by reading Bhagavad Gita and learning about him, and by reading Srimad Bhagavatam and other scriptures that describe his pastimes. So the reason this all works is that the Lord is actually present within the heart of every living entity. There are 2 souls in every material body, the individual soul and the super soul. This is what it means when we say that the Lord is present everywhere. He's omnipresent. How is he present? Well, he's present by his energy, but he's also personally present within the heart. So, to coin a phrase, wherever we go, there he is. And we can be with him anywhere and everywhere because he comes with us in the heart. The Lord actually expands a personal form simply to accompany each spirit soul on our journey throughout many, many lifetimes. And he stays with us as the supreme friend, as the indwelling super soul, the spiritual witness to all of our activities. So the scriptures use this example of 2 birds nesting together in the same tree. So just imagine, of all the millions and billions of living entities, Krishna has expanded a form to be with each of them, with each of us. And he stays with us as a loyal friend for all time, waiting for us to reawaken our eternal perfect body. We hope you've enjoyed this edition of My Perfect Body. This is David Hughes, your host, reminding you to visit us on the web at esotericteaching.org, where you can purchase the complete Esoteric Teaching Introductory Seminar DVD and many CDs of transcendental music and mantras.